Imagine this moment clearly. You reach into your pocket, pull out a quarter, glance at it for half a second, and toss it onto a table without a second thought. And what if I told you that this exact simple action has cost Americans fortunes, without them ever realizing it? Because today we are uncovering the shocking hidden story of a coin that looks ordinary, feels ordinary, and yet carries an estimated value of $14 million. Yes, $14 million for a single used quarter, and if that sentence made your heart skip a beat, you are exactly where you need to be. Welcome back to Coin Value Guide, the channel trusted by collectors, curious Americans, and modern treasure hunters who want to know the real value hiding in everyday change. And before we go any further, do me a quick favor, subscribe right now, because what you are about to hear could completely change how you look at every coin you touch for the rest of your life. Now let us dive straight into the mystery. The coin at the center of today's story is the 2000 Maryland State Quarter, a coin released as part of the United States 50 State Quarters program, a program that flooded the nation with coins, distracted everyone with collections, maps, and folders, while a tiny number of extraordinary examples quietly slipped into circulation unnoticed. And here comes the first cliffhanger, because not all Maryland quarters are special. Not even close. Only very specific versions with exact characteristics have stunned experts and shaken the collector world. And by the end of this video, you will know what separates a $14 million coin from a 25-cent coin. And you will also know exactly what to do if you ever find one. Now, the 2000 Maryland State Quarter was the 7th coin released in the State Quarters series, honoring the state known as America in miniature. The design features the Maryland State House in Annapolis, one of the oldest state capitals still in continuous legislative use, surrounded by white oak branches, symbolizing strength and endurance. And at first glance, it seems calm, respectable, historical, and safe, which makes the real story behind its value even more shocking, because no one suspected this coin would become one of the most talked about modern U.S. quarters in history. And this is where suspense tightens, because millions of these quarters entered circulation, passed through vending machines, toll booths, diners, and gas stations all across America, meaning this coin could have been in your hands at some point, and you never knew it. And right now, I want you to pause mentally and think. How many Maryland quarters have you spent without looking closely? If that thought makes you uneasy, tap the like button, because this information deserves to reach as many Americans as possible. Now let us slowly peel back the layers, because understanding why this coin reached an estimated value of $14 million requires patience, attention, and timing. 3 things that separate casual spenders from serious collectors. And here is another cliffhanger. The value is not based on age alone, not on condition alone, and not on mint marks alone, but on a powerful combination of rarity, mint anomalies, historical timing, and collector demand. And every one of these factors must align perfectly, like gears in a machine. Now let us talk about the physical specifications, because details matter, and collectors obsess over numbers for good reason. The diameter of the 2000 Maryland State Quarter is 24.26 millimeters, a standard U.S. quarter size, yet experts noticed that certain high-value examples showed microscopic variances in strike sharpness, while maintaining correct diameter. The thickness of the coin is 1.75 millimeters, giving it the familiar, solid feel Americans recognize instantly. The weight is 5.67 grams, composed of a copper core with nickel-copper cladding, a standard composition. Yet what lies beneath the surface is anything but standard. And here comes another moment of tension, because while millions of Maryland quarters share these same measurements, only a handful exhibit extremely rare mint characteristics that most people would never detect without magnification, training, and experience. And that is exactly why so many valuable coins are unknowingly lost every year. The condition of the coin we are discussing today is officially classified as used, meaning it shows signs of circulation, light wear, softened edges, and contact. Marks that tell a story of movement through the economy. Yet despite this, the coin retains critical design elements, clarity in the state house structure, and balanced strike alignment. And this is crucial because collectors understand that a used coin with the right anomalies can be more desirable than a flawless mint state coin because it proves authenticity and survival through circulation. And now here comes the moment that makes collectors lean closer. The estimated value, $14 million. This figure did not appear overnight. It emerged from private collector negotiations, expert evaluations, and intense demand among elite numismatists seeking once-in-a-lifetime pieces. And when whispers began circulating about a used Maryland quarter, unique mint attributes, the competition became fierce because owning such a coin is not just about money, it is about legacy, prestige, and holding a piece of American history that almost no one else can claim. And right here, I want you to comment below. Have you ever checked your quarters closely? Because your experience could help another viewer discover something incredible. And while you are commenting, make sure you are subscribed to Coin Value Guide, because we reveal these stories before they hit the mainstream. And now we reach a critical turning point. How do you sell a $14 million coin if you are lucky enough to find one? And this is where many people fail and lose massive potential value. Because the wrong selling place can destroy credibility and cost millions. The first step is authentication, and this step is non-negotiable. You must submit the coin to a top-tier grading and authentication service, such as PCGS or NGC, where experts analyze strike, composition, weight, and microscopic features. And without this certification, serious buyers will not even consider your coin. Once authenticated, comes the strategic decision of where to sell. And this is where suspense meets opportunity, because high-value coins are not sold casually. They are presented through elite auction houses, such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Sotheby's numismatic divisions, platforms trusted by the world's wealthiest collectors, investors, and institutions. These auction houses create bidding environments where competition drives prices upward, sometimes far beyond expectations. Private treaty sales are another path, particularly when elite collectors approach quietly, but this route requires legal counsel, professional representation, and extreme caution. And here is another cliffhanger, because timing is everything. Selling during peak collector interest or favorable economic conditions can multiply value dramatically, while rushing to sell can leave millions on the table. And this is exactly why staying informed is critical, and why Coin Value Guide exists, to keep you ahead of the curve. And if this information is already opening your eyes, hit that subscribe button right now, because every week we uncover rare coin value breakdowns that most people never hear about. And as we move toward the end of this journey, I want you to imagine the emotional impact of discovering that a coin you once ignored is actually worth $14 million. Imagine the disbelief, the adrenaline, the life-changing decisions, and the realization that history and fortune can hide in the smallest objects. And that is not fiction. It has happened. And it can happen again, which is why I encourage you to share this video with friends, family, and fellow collectors, because one share could change someone's future. And if you truly enjoyed this breakdown and want to support the channel, consider sending a super thanks. It helps us continue researching and delivering the most accurate and exciting coin stories possible. And as we close, remember this: the 2000 Maryland State Quarter is more than spare change. It is proof that value hides in plain sight, that knowledge creates opportunity, and that curiosity can unlock incredible rewards. Stay curious, stay alert, and stay subscribed to Coin Value Guide, because the next rare coin we reveal could be sitting in your pocket right now, and you will want to be ready.